our topic of discussion is LGBT. I'm joined by Vinny and Mary, and we're gonna hop right into it. So, for the viewers that don't know, LGBT stands for lesbian, gay, bi, and transgender. Mary, Vinny, what are your personal feelings towards it? We can start with you.
Well, I'm very accepting towards it. I think that that's something that you're born with, and I think that I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna be weird towards anyone that is gay or lesbian or whatever they choose to be. So I'm pretty accepting towards it.
How about you?
I'm actually the same way. I accept everything. I believe that if they want to believe that way, I mean, if that's how they are, then that's how they should be. And honestly, I have friends that go through troubles of being gay and lesbian, and sometimes they're looked down upon, but I really think it's something that should just be accepted in society.
Mm-hmm. I kind of feel as though almost if you're going to be not accepting towards somebody that's just they have a different preference to you, it's almost the same as being racist towards somebody of a different race, you know? Mm-hmm. It's discriminatory. It's not okay, in my opinion. So let's say since 1980s, 1990s, the past times, would you say that homosexuality is more accepted then or it's more accepted now? Start. No. Take it away.
I think it's more accepted now. I just feel like as times are progressing, it's becoming more and more acceptable to be who you are, be true to yourself. A lot of, like, with the transgender community, I feel like there's a lot of people that have been coming out as transgender. Maybe that's because of TV and social media and all that stuff. But I feel like a lot of times in the past, they were, like, really repressed that because it wasn't okay. And now with everybody coming out and, like, especially with the Bruce Jenner thing, like, he is such a great figure in society. And the fact that he came out as transgender, I feel like that's a big just, like, mold for other people. So I definitely think it's more accepted now.
I agree. Okay.
I think it's accepted as well. Like, there's a common, like, term, common story that's used, like, oh, I didn't know Uncle so-and-so and Uncle so-and-so were gay, but that was back when it was like 1970. Mm-hmm. And now people are just coming out now as showing that it's more accepted in society and that people can actually talk about it. For example, Bruce Jenner, like, he was considered a man's man. Like, he can put that out there, and with him, people like him in society can really show idols for him, and other people like him, the beliefs that other people that have beliefs like him.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I think it's important because back then I feel like, you said like it wasn't okay. People looked down upon that. It wasn't normal. And it's easier now because we're coming out about a lot of things with our generation. Like, we are the generation of rebellion. Mm-hmm. I've been told by my mom and whatnot. So we take that step. It's acceptable now, in my opinion, too. So the next question that I have for you guys, you said you think it's something that you're born with. Do you think it's something that you're born with, or do you think it's something that you choose to develop over time, a personal opinion?
I think it's personal choice. Honestly, every single person goes through stages of life. Like, for example, when you're 4 years old, you don't really find another person attractive. As more you go through life, you hit puberty, you hit beliefs and people who you like, who you find attractive. I think it's just a learning experience of what you feel. Like, it's a discovery experience. It's something that's very rough to go through, but I think every single person goes through it no matter what. Mm-hmm. And whether you're a boy or a girl or transgender, it doesn't matter. It's just something that you have to experience through puberty and just in society and community and experience what you want.
Right.
And, yeah, you go ahead and explain to us.
Well, while I agree with that, I also kind of think that it might be like both, I think, in a way. Like, the puberty thing, I agree with that. Like, when you're 4 years old, you don't look at a girl and find them attractive. Like, if you're a boy, you don't look at a girl and immediately find them attractive. Like, when you're born, I don't know. I just kind of feel like going through puberty and stages in your life, you go through struggles, and sometimes I just feel like, why would people choose to not be accepted and that sort of thing? Like, I feel like it's one of those things where you try. So, like, if you're gay or homosexual or lesbian and you're growing up, like, and you're trying to fight those feelings, like, that's why I think that it's something that you're born with, just because in a way they don't want to be not accepted by society, and that's not normal. And I don't know. I definitely see where you're coming from, and the fact that it's kind of like it's a progressively like life choice. Mm-hmm. But on the opposite end, I can also see you're born with it spectrum.
Okay. I agree. I kind of agree with both of you. I have a friend, I asked her before I decided to talk about it. And she said that, I asked her how long she felt that she had been gay for, like, you know, when did you decide that you were homosexual? And she said she remembers as soon as she could comprehend the world. So in a way, I do believe that maybe it can be from birth. Maybe, you know, I don't know, it could be hereditary. Maybe it's something that you got from somewhere in your family. But at the same time, I think that you don't really recognize different sexualities until you're 3 or 4. Like, then you see, oh, this is mommy, this is daddy, like, this is male stuff, this is female stuff. And then by the time you're like 5, 6, you know, it's like, ooh, he has cooties. So, yeah, I think it can be either way.
Right.
Can't
I
really
actually
choose my side.
have a similar story. My friend also came out as a lesbian, and I feel like you can't really decide unless you kind of experience both in a
Right.
way. Like, for
Yeah.
her, she was just a really sexual person, and she like got with a girl, and she was like, this is I know. Like, after that experience, she was like, now I know. Like, she's always been a little like curious and like, you know, on the fence, but after that like a girl experience, she like knew that
Right.
it was for her.
And honestly, after actually having that experience with someone, I think that's just a show of personality, like how brave these people can be, and how much courageous, and how they can just go out there and just do it themselves. I mean, a lot of people don't have that choice. A lot of people don't have the guts to do it, in all honesty, and I just think that it's a great thing to have.
Agree. Awesome. Well, that was a great episode we had today. Great topic that we just had. But we're out of time, unfortunately, and stay tuned with us because we'll have another mini episode for you next week.